Yeah.
I stopped the
The
recording.
blooper
I
reel.
accidentally
The blooper reel.
I accidentally stopped the recording entirely.
No, now you gotta merge the videos.
Yeah, I started the recording again. Anyway, so yeah, for what you missed, the people, Veda and Huron were yelling at each other because Huron wanted to kill the Baron for insulting him.
You insult my honor.
Yeah, the rest of the people came in and Veda said, "Ladies, Count Baron took offense to that, but was shut up by the lady herself." We're back from the break because I'm a dingus. Anyway, so yes, lady Ziggy clears her throat. So I've asked these three to bring you all here, so we can settle this like mature adults. And it's been suggested that I choose one of you based on a dating game.
Sounds like daytime TV.
Yeah, and they all look very suspicious. Continue. So you go behind a curtain? Looks at Vena.
A wall or rocks or something.
Well, the whole idea was no one shows themselves at all, but it's fine. This is workable. So, we're going to have to change it up a little bit. Here, this might serve a little better. We will keep you within separate tents, the three barons, or the three nobles. We will ask Ziggy a question, something that she wants the answers to, and we will ask each of you that question individually without ridicule or commentary from anyone else. We will get your true answer, and we will purvey them to Ziggy without telling her which one gave that answer. And as we accumulate these answers, if she deigns it that she wishes to stay with one of you over the other two, then we will have our answer. If not, then this whole feud can end now, and Lady Ziggy will return home. If you are all confident that you are able to woo Our Lady, then I should see no objections to this kind of thing. If you all see yourself as capable and respectable to win her affections. Would I be correct in that sentiment?
They just all look at each other. That sounds correct.
So, we shall do that. We shall have questions brought forth to you, answer them truthfully, as if you are speaking to the lady herself, and she will be able to decide on the most suitable husband of the three of you. And then under her breath, hopefully.
Alright then, and they will move to their own little tents. It's amazing how this worked out, where there's 3 tents right there.
Right? We should have the lady close her eyes while they go into the tents so she doesn't know who's where.
Yes, I will just go into my own tent. Don't worry about it.
You see, it's easiest if she doesn't see which one
Oh!
we go to.
Well.
Looks like he's crawling back.
Here to spectate, I realize it's too late in the session for me to really get involved, but I wanted to watch.
Fiend.
It's just getting good. Perfect timing.
We have convinced the 3 nobles to play a dating game to see who can win the lady's affections. And you've missed out on it.
I truly have missed out if that's how it's unraveled.
Yes.
We're just about to start the dating game.
There's also 3 separate armies outside the camp.
I see sheep, elves.
These are the ladies' sentries, the elves. The sheep are all the sheep that the nobles
Dowry.
have gifted her as dowries. And then each of the nobles are in their own tent to be asked the question posed by Ziggy, which is the lady.
You're telling me we didn't set this up like the I don't know the name of the game show, but the number 1. Your question is.
That's what we're doing. Right.
That's it.
That
was
is
the
perspective.
intention, but Ziggy stepped out and showed herself so that she knew who they were. But that was because Vayna didn't explain it.
Just set it up
Vayna-
like a dating game.
Vayna didn't explain it how important it was that she isn't seen. But then
Damn it,
Vayna
Vayna.
had this idea
Yeah.
to where we separate them, we coalesce their answers into each of us without telling her who's covering who, and then she gets all of her answers.
Yeah.
Well, but
I
if
love
she
that.
doesn't know what tents they're in, she won't know who we're going to.
I love that Liv was physically pained by me bringing up the idea that was tried.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one that came up with the dating game.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lady Ziggy just
Tracks.
did not want them to come to blows, and that's why she stepped out.
Yeah, I understood why.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. We will all ask them the questions together, but we'll all each record different person's answers. So let's see. I will record Juan Jose. Huron, you record Kaiser Baron. And Inanna, you're not going in there alone. Inanna, you'll record Sir Pierre, all right?
All right.
And
I
then when
would
we
love to.
bring back the answer, she won't know who has what answer from which person. So even if she does get a glimpse of who's going, we're all going into the same tent, and then she won't know which one of us has recorded which answer. Does that make
Well, I
sense?
like- Yes.
All right. So just know who you're answering for. Now we need to go get Ziggy's first question.
Answering for fucking Baron.
You're answering for the Baron. Yes.
Good.
I'm answering for Juan Jose, and then Inanna for Sir Pierre.
For context, Connor.
Does-
the,
I was gonna say, does Huron want to fuck or fight the Baron?
the Baron the Baron referred to Huron as a pack animal.
Oh.
And he really wants to kill him now, and Vayna had to scold
never-
him and say, "You're gonna have to get used to
I
insults.
won't-
We're in
I won't-
civilized territory."
I won't kill him. I'm not a fucking heathen. I'll only
What
maim
kind of
him.
fucking animal do you take me for? Of course I didn't kill him, but I did kidnap his wife. Anyway, Vayna will step into the tent with
I'm a
Ziggy.
moose. I made it pure violence.
So, Miss Ziggy, what is the first thing that you would like to know about the 3 nobles?
Let's start off simple. Do they know how to play an instrument? Instrument play.
Ooh.
All right. Starting.
I've always had a little thing for people who know how to play music.
Music is a very graceful thing. I understand. Now we will go ask them, and we will record their answers for you. So, you two, if you can step into this tent with me. It'll be a little cramped, but
Alright.
we'll step in to the Baron, who's probably sitting on a chair at the back.
Yes.
So, Baron Kaiser, the lady's first question. Do you know how to play an instrument?
Well, I used to play the flugelhorn while I was a youngster, but I fear that skill has been lost to me over time.
I see. Thank you for your honesty. All right. Sir Pierre, let's step out to Pierre. Hello. Ziggy's first question to you. Do you know how to play an instrument?
No, but I do. Actually, no, scratch that. I do know how to play an instrument. And he takes out a piece of grass. And he does like the grass buzzer thing.
All right. Thank you. Step out of the tent. Oh boy. Step into Juan Jose's. Hello, Juan Jose. Ziggy's first question. Do you know how to play an instrument?
I'm not. I do have a musician in my retinue.
In your retinue. All right. Thank you. I'll step out with the two of them in tow.
At least
Everyone knows who you're answering for, correct?
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. We'll step into Ziggy's tent. So, we have the three answers for you. My noble that I represent does not play an instrument, but he has a musician in his retinue.
That doesn't count.
She shrugs. And Anna?
My noble that I represent can play an instrument. It is a blade of grass that he picks up and just kind of buzzes.
That also doesn't count.
We said no judgment, so I had to give it a go.
Okay.
Huron?
My charge used to play the flugelhorn, but he's lost that skill. I'm sure if he's cajoled enough, he could get that better.
He doesn't know anymore, and also that specific instrument is literally just blowing into a tube. So, no, I don't think that counts.
All right then.
Well, you have your answer to the first question. What would your second question be?
I guess what they would take me out on, how they would take me out on a date? I don't know. Is that a good question? I haven't done this before.
That seems like a fairly good question. It would give you insight on their character. Probably. But we will pose these questions. Well, step into Baron Kaiser's tent. So, Lady Ziggy would like to know, how would you take her on a date?
We would go to the tavern and have beer.
All right. Tavern with beer. Understood. Thank you. We'll go to Sir Pierre's tent. The lady would like to know how you would take her on a date.
Well, I would take her to, I think, the tavern and have a glass of wine.
Tavern with a glass of wine. I see. Thank you. Step into Juan Jose. So, Lady Ziggy would like to know how you would take her on a date.
He thinks long and hard. Well, I would give her a rose and then have her paint me.
And you said,
Oh, such a good start.
you said have her paint you?
Yes, as I will lay down with the rose, and she would paint me. Of course, not to put paint on my flesh. Of course, she would paint a portrait.
I understand. Thank you. We gather the two of them outside of all the tents.
Remind me, I was from. Did the first one just say go to the tavern, and the third one said to paint him?
So, Kaiser said a tavern with beer. Sir Pierre said a tavern with wine. And Juan Jose said give her a rose that he'll put in his mouth. And then she can paint him. Holy divine light. We'll step into Ziggy's tent.
Huron will he'll just face palm and just walk past.
That was a cat, I bet.
That was the cat.
Shimo.
So, the the noble that I represent had proposed that for a date he would offer you a rose.
She
And
perks
then
up that bad. That's actually thoughtful. Like that's actually something.
Vena shuts her eyes as she preps herself with this. And then he would put that rose in his mouth, and you can paint a portrait of him.
she just opens her mouth, just sort of like very very confused. I don't know how to paint, and I just that no.
Doesn't sound like fun.
No.
She purses her lips together. That is all I can tell you. Huron,
My charge would like to take you to the tavern for a good old beer.
Very, very nice.
Wait to hear what she says.
and
My heart would like to take you to the tavern for a glass of wine.
The wine there sucks. All the wine here is so bad.
all right. I think we can end this in maybe one more question. Maybe like a bigger scale one.
I don't think Vena can handle more than one round. If I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think I can either. It's starting to look like.
Please, just
Do you have
final stretch.
Do you have any good suggestions? But the first thing you said left my mind blank. I just.
I understand. Perhaps, how about you pose? What does this marriage mean to them?
Hmm.
No. Vena, you're not strong enough.
I can get through it. I promise.
This is the last one. We'll
Yeah.
get through it together.
Okay. Yes. Good. Yeah. What the meaning of that sounds good. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Vena.
Like a dead man walking, I walk down,
We
back to
deserve
that tent.
to know what they want out of having her as a spouse.
I'm going to shatter into a million pieces.
Vena
Unfortunate.
walks into Kaiser Baron's tent, walks in front of him, poses down on a knee, looks up at him. Ziggy would like to know, what does this marriage mean to you?
Well, it means a strengthening of my town. It will become glorious. With her support and influence.
Okay. Thank you. She'll stand back up, head out, go to Sir Pierre's tent, do the same thing. Lady Ziggy would like to know what this marriage means to you.
Money. I would like much money. And this will give it.
Much money.
Yes.
I see. Thank you. She will get out of that tent, stand in front of the flaps of this tent for a moment.
I'll put my hand on her shoulder. You can do this.
This is the last one.
He'll step inside, kneel before Juan Jose. Lady Ziggy would like to know what this marriage means to you.
Oh, I just want a beautiful woman on my arm and to rub it in the other two's face.
Thank you.
Ground vomits blood.
Stands up,
Live gagged.
walks over to Ziggy's tent. The noble that I represent stated that he wants a beautiful woman in his arms to rub in the other two's face. Huron
looks physically ill. Just the the person I represent wishes to make use of your influence to raise up their town and themselves.
Okay.
Banana.
Money. He wants money.
I thought you said mommy.
Well, we all want mommy, but
Money. Money.
Yeah,
He wants
she
money.
just looks disgusted, disappointed, just dejected, just like
But not
Ah.
surprised.
no, not surprised. There's not even a hint of surprise on her face. Yeah, that's just about what I expected. Okay.
Vena kneels in front of
where's
Lady
Rin?
Ziggy,
Where's Rin?
grabs her hand, pats her hand on top of it gently. I'm sorry that you've been here for so long.
Now comes the fun part.
And then she
Yeah,
stands
and as you stand up, you feel a rumbling under your feet.
Smudges.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I know what this is.
And out of the ground pops Xavier. Oh,
Ignana sidesteps to give him room.
God damn it! I didn't make a token for him. Again, if
Well,
you
we-
guys want to see, I'll
Just
show
Before
you.
Xavier pops up,
he's in the NPCs thing. I see
Yeah.
him all blinged out.
We need someone who can embody the pettiness of all three of these, but with the wrathful pettiness of your average warlock. If only- Dorime seristor musk. A wrathful hellish existence that can only be one to ride on to and damn an old lady to walk until she dies.
Well, look,
Rin!
Yes, as a purple genasi comes shooting out of the ground.
He kind
Vena
of
will immediately
rolls.
step over him, make sure the guards are trying to shoot him.
Yeah, because they look very surprised, and you will notice one of his feet is in fact completely clean.
it's
stand up
okay.
and
He's
do a
another
hair
one of
flip.
us.
I blatantly ignore that.
I had a feeling I was missing out on something.
You are.
Noble, petty noble shit.
His
You've
pupils
arrived right at
dilate.
the apex.
What's the cliff notes?
The dating game. But
You
only
two fill him in.
bachelor-
Could you show? Did you see their names, Connor?
Liv sent me screenshots.
I
Lovely.
screenshotted all of their names. All three nobles
So
and
these are their names, and they're all thoroughly awful. I clearly ranked you. You invaded too low on the noble ladder. You guys are the apex if this is the standard.
You see the hair on Rin's neck standing on end at the prospect of being able to muddle with nobles.
We need you, and I need you to stick with me on this one. Cut off the engagement through all of these petty assholes to this woman here.
He licks his lips.
I am about to do that. Now
And
that
we
you're
would
filled in.
like you to flex on them and be as Rin as you can possibly be.
I'd like to imagine he actually starts to literally glow.
This does.
Zayna,
Sorry.
go now.
And I'll not stand in front of the one you represent, please. Huron. Well, actually, maybe. Rin, stand between Huron and the Kaiser, please.
Oh, please do.
Huron.
I'm good. I'll be good.
All right, everyone, if you would please exit your tents. So, as you can see, each of us are standing next to the one we represented.
Or behind.
And I assume that you made your choice before seeing this. So, Lady Ziggy, if I may request your verdict.
She
Rin
nods.
Can I have Rin move over, not next to her, but just kind of to the side?
Yep.
And give her a look.
Milquetoast. That's the word I was looking for earlier.
Yeah.
Is that how you spell it?
Huron will
Yeah.
provide all the meta knowledge Rin wants. Just like Huron is suddenly at a table with a thing of tea, and he's going to spill it all.
What lovely honey.
Yes,
Yeah, and
they deserve honey.
she looks around. Well, I have thought long and hard, and it
Can
seems to me that out of sorry, what was that?
I want to try and subtly cast a message to her and ask, do you actually want any of these people? If not, I can try and we can try and fix it.
outside.
Mhm.
They have armies here.
Give her about 2 seconds and you'll find out the answer to that.
Yeah, but is she saying yes just to get it over with, or is she looking for an escape?
I can assure you, with the answer she got, she's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, I choose. One of you certainly stands out most, and I choose as the person I wish to go after. You guys are in fact correct, as she places a hand over Lady Veda. I choose Lady Veda.
Vanna just, her eyes close and she nods and then she just opens them. She looks over at Lady Ziggy. Huh?
So the hyenas from the Lion King. That's just Huron and Inanna right now.
Yeah, and with that, I want you to know I was planning this for a bit. The Veda thing. They're choosing Veda.
Connor was like, "What if Rin shows up and she picks Rin?" And I said, "I want her to fall in love with Vena."
Yeah, she certainly appreciates Veda going through all this effort.
Everything I
How
wanted.
noble.
I'm muting myself now because I'm going to keep laughing about this.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna end the session here.
Yeah.
After that bombshell, I'm stopping the recording.